Hi, it's 3 p.m. Tuesday afternoon, October the 27th, and this is our Healing by the Speed of Light Patch Me Up Babe live session. And each week, I'm just going to be coming in on a Tuesday to answer some questions if you've got any, but also to answer questions that I've had during the week. And this week, I have had so many questions about placement. Where do I put it? Do I need to be on the exact spot? There's just been so many questions, and quite frankly, people have found themselves getting a little overwhelmed with where should they put it, what combination should they use. And so I just decided today that I would start with patch placing. And Therese put me onto an incredible site called patchingprotocol.com. And I started reading it. It was like, wow, this is very exciting. Now, you don't need to go there, you don't need to know anything. All you need to do is to be able to read these booklets. Now, these booklets come with every single patch. I think if you've ordered them, what happens is, for instance, in this booklet, the carnosine, the eon, and the glutathione are all give you the images in their color coded, give you the images as to where to place them. So, for instance, with eon, you're going to be given the blue patch. Now, energy, and I can't live without my energy patches. I put these on every single day. Now, what's interesting for me is that here it is, you get the booklet and you get told, okay, this is where you place them. Now, you don't have to be exactly on that space, but the image is pretty good. And, I had one person say, but the image didn't really tell me. But use your imagination and use your intuition. You're an energy being. You have a direct line to a major intuitive source of information. That's your true self. So remember, as an energy being with direct source to information, you can look at this and go, yeah, I know exactly where that spot is. Okay, it's here, or it's here, or in my case, it's here, right? So what's happened for me with energy is that, and Therese taught me this the very first time I wore energy, because I was in a lot of back pain. And what she did was she put the white energy patch underneath, near the ball of my foot, about a third of the way down, and the tan energy patch on the left foot. So that was the white on the right, the tan on the left. Now, that isn't in this booklet, but she still put them there. And then she put them on the wrists, which was there. Now, that combination of the 4 lots of energy patches together and Eon and X39 was what completely changed my life. I mean, I was honestly afraid of ending up in a wheelchair. And here I was, half an hour after being patched up by Therese, and absolutely all fear gone, all knowledge that I was safe, my body was safe, that I could handle this, that my body was now beginning to regenerate because I was wearing X39. Now, X39 is our major stem cell regeneration patch. This is something that's very interesting. I wear these patches where people can see them, because if you're like me and you've been wearing them now for a while, or if you've even just started, you are in awe of the miraculous impact that this tiny little patch has on your body, your well-being, and your soul. Because this patch is miraculously changing how the systems in your body are working. They're up-leveling, upgrading, regenerating, rejuvenating, completely activating so many different things. Now, when people say to me, what is it? I tell them, and I wrote this down because I just love it. It's so simple. What is it? Okay, it's a patch of crystals that resonate at a set of frequencies that activate copper peptide that regenerates your stem cells. Now, how easy and quick was that? And people go, I want that. I go, yes, you do, and you need it. So remember what this is? It's a patch that has a set of frequencies that activate copper peptide that regenerate your stem cells. So X39, in the booklet it says to wear it on the back of your neck, or on your belly button. That's all it says, right? However, when I was at the LifeWave function in uh, Las Vegas, David Schmidt, the inventor and the man who discovered this patch technology, said you can wear X39 anywhere on your body, and it has myriad benefits. So I thought that was really interesting. I don't want you to get hung up with where you're placing your patches. You have the booklets as your guidelines, and the booklets are brilliant guidelines. Now, the reason why these guidelines are here in the booklets is because they're the places that David Schmidt and all of the other scientists and doctors who have been studying this patch technology, it's where they place the patches to do their clinical testing. So obviously that's where they got the results, so that's why you're getting them here. However, in the patching protocol website that Therese put me onto, they had over 400 people, a group of Austrians did a test on over 400 people, and they did something that they call stacking, and this blew my mind. It was like, yeah, okay, everything evolves and grows. Like the work that Daniel and I do in the world, when we started decades ago, it was truly phenomenal, and we got amazing results. However, when I think about what we were teaching then and the results we were getting to what we're teaching now, and how the evolution of this body of work has just grown into something that, quite frankly, I never ever thought that it would be. I never ever thought that it could be this amazing. And so here it is. It's just the most incredible thing. And of course, LifeWave again is energy, and energy moves in very different, unique ways in every single body. And you move energy differently from how someone else does, just as I do. So depending on your own frequency, which is dependent on your thoughts, is depending on how you're going to move energy. Now, this is very important. I want you to understand something, that your thought and mindset, your frequency when you're putting your patches on, also determines the efficacy of the patch. So just think, you've got a ritual that you do every day, and every morning when you wake up, you put these patches on. How are you feeling? Oh, I just can't stand this another day. What's going to happen today? If you're having a dark brown outlook and your glass is half empty, believe me, when you put those patches on, what are you expecting it to do? I'll tell you what you're expecting it to do. Your unconscious is already saying, oh, I'm putting this on, but I don't think it'll work for me. Okay, it works for everyone else, all those fabulous testimonials, but it won't work for me. Your mindset and your thoughts produce your results. If you come into your patching protocol like that, that's the results you will get. Now, if you get up in the morning and you do the new facial yoga pose, which is taking a deep breath and pulling up either side of your mouth in a smile, that's going to change your frequency immediately. When you come to put your patches on, you're going to go, wow, I am so happy and grateful for these patches. I am so happy and grateful the way they are regenerating my body, the way I'm producing new stem cells, how they're activating the release of copper peptide, protecting me against COVID. I'm so happy and grateful that Eon and Silent Nights helps me have a deeper, longer, better sleep. I am so happy and grateful. My skin is regenerating, getting firmer, younger. My hair, my nails are growing stronger, longer. I am so happy and grateful that any pain I have in my body, I can now deal with and get relief without drugs or chemicals. Can you feel the frequency that I was on? Now, obviously, you don't have to say all of that, but that's the mindset, that's the frequency that you want to be on when you do your patching in the morning and at night. At night, honestly, I get so excited when I've taken off my day's patches and it's about 9 o'clock at night and I'm putting on Eon and Alavida. I am very excited. I'm going, wow. Just think, Eon is about to help my brain do its natural nighttime detox. My Eon is about to help my body get rid of inflammation. Eon is now helping to correct any of the emotional trauma that I've been going through this day. Aloe Vera is also lengthening my telomeres, activating collagen. Aloe Vera is also working with Eon to help with better sleep. Wow. I mean, when you're excited and you patch up, when you decide what's going to happen, that's what you're going to happen. I'm sure you've all heard about the law of attraction. And the law of attraction works so long as you don't have unconscious programs sabotaging what you consciously want to manifest. So please, patchment placing is given to you on a plate, literally in the booklets, but it's also now we're saying use your intuition. I have pain in this hand today, so this patch is on my hand instead of behind my neck where the booklet says. But I've intuited that when I put it on my hand, it's actually going to give me relief. And guess what? My hand is pain-free. Now, this stacking, which I love, in Austria, when they did this test with over 400 people, they used an unusual combination. They used X39 on the pain of pain or swelling, and on the site of pain or swelling, and they placed one silent night on top of it. They stacked it like a sandwich. So first of all, they put the X39 and waited to see what results they got. If within half an hour the person was pain-free, they did nothing. If the pain still persisted, then they put the silent night over the top of it, and in every single case, in over 400 cases, they all had positive pain relief. Isn't that exciting? So again, placement, use your booklets, but also go to point of pain of sight. So if you knock yourself, a friend of ours fell onto his granite kitchen bench, and all of this side of his face was a mess, as you can imagine. He was rushed to hospital, had stitches, and truly, my friend actually put on his face, over the bandages, X39, energy, Eon. The patches were all together. Now, they weren't worried about where they were going to place it. They knew exactly what to do. They placed it right on the point of pain and wound. So if you've got a child or an older person that bruises easily and they knock themselves, put it on the pain of the knock. I just love this. So stacking is a brand new way of looking at things. It's like open your mind to the possibilities of where you are going to be guided to patch your body. Test it out. Test. See what works for your body. And do this with everyone that you're bringing into LifeWave. Because you'll find that when you bring your friends and your family in, they're going to have a different way of moving energy. They're going to have a unique body, that the patches will work better in one place than another. My daughter, for instance, found that when she put Eon on the top of her foot, it was like magic for her. And I went, wow, I hadn't done that yet. I put it on the top of my foot, and guess what? I could feel it. I could feel the difference. So I want you to test your placements using your booklets and these images as a guide, and then evolve beyond that if you want. So the stacking is brilliant. Let me tell you about this. It's unique. It's unique because when the patches were created, they weren't really created to be stacked on each other, and it's also controversial. It's controversial because this combination of two or more patches, one over the other, is on the same acupuncture point, cannot be done by acupuncture points. You can't put two needles on top of each other, but you can put two patches on top of an acupuncture point, which is quite brilliant. And by the way, you don't have to know acupuncturist. You don't have to be an acupuncturist. Again, the booklet gives you the acupuncture points. And before I go, what else happened? Oh, they did a triple stack, excuse me, where they put Eon, glutathione, and carnosine. Can you imagine what a combination? Eon, inflammation, instant de-stress, emotional trauma, carnosine, upgrading the strength of your organs, and glutathione, activating levels of glutathione by up to 300% in your body, and absolutely, you know, giving your immune system a huge boost like nothing else. So imagine putting those three, stacking those three on each other. I mean, I think that would be phenomenal. You can imagine what I'll be trying this week, can't you? I'll be stacking my patches. So again, they were using this for severe pain technique. So the more pain, the more patches they added, and when it was really, really bad pain, they used LifeWave on top of all of that as well. Let's have a look. Just one other thing with the stacking. They had a face and head issues for pain, and they used X39 either on the right side or the left side, depending on where the pain is. And they put the here, midpoint, L14, which is in this soft part right here, right in between. That's the center line, just either side of it. You can feel it, there's a soft point. So they put X39 there, and they double stacked Silent Night, Eon, carnosine, or glutathione, depending on the pain. And so for the people who I have been bringing in this week, to some of the most fabulous people who have really dealing with debilitating problems and are in a lot of pain, please know this, that I am recommending you try stacking. So if you've got X39, glutathione, energy, and Eon, for instance, put the X39 on first, stack it next with energy or Eon, and then glutathione at the end. And just, monitor what your body is doing. And do this from a place of joy. Do this knowing that my mindset and my frequency is going to match up to the high frequency of these patches. Remember, these patches are such high frequency nanocrystals, including water, oxygen, amino acids, sugar. They're such high frequency that if you can match your frequency up with them, can you imagine the results you are getting? Because I know this, when I'm working with people and I'm correcting out unconscious programs on an energy level, we always get people into a very relaxed, high frequency state before we do the correction. And in that case, we're correcting out emotional trauma instantly. And that's exactly what the LifeWave Patches can do. So I hope that was great. If you've got any questions about placement, remember, Therese Santos and Kathy Booker have created the x39training.com site. It is a phenomenal site, and you can go in there and they have patch placement, they have videos for you, everything you could think of. And of course, we have our team's incredible Stem Cell Light Energy group, Facebook group, which is really phenomenal. I encourage you to go to that Facebook group, and I certainly encourage you to use the x39training.com site, because it is truly exceptional. And if you have any questions, please, you can write them underneath here. You can put them into the Patch Me Up Babe Facebook group anytime you like, and I'll be monitoring them. If you want any help at all with bringing people in, just let me know. I am here for you. I love you. Go to lifewave.com/thebiskinds, and I'll support you in every way I can. Namaste.